Good day, guys. Welcome back to the weekly forecast. And right here, we are looking at gold. So, we're gonna plot our high. That's gonna be our high for the week. That's gonna be our low for the week, right? Now let's just move our high to this area. That's gonna be our high. Just adjusting for market volatility, and you can see right that this area right here. This is an area, currently it's an area of resistance, but you can see it was an area of resistance there, but it became a support, and it was right there. So this is a strong area. So now we'll go on the candlestick, so onto the 4-hourly chart. Okay, now we're on the 4-hourly chart. We'll go look at this area right there. As you can see, the market always first touch, second touch, third touch. You see a false breakout right there, and now the market is playing on in the resistance area. You can also look at this area right here. All right, see this area right here, that this was a nice trend, downward trend channel, but now we saw the last week that the market was pushing up, and we can hope to see that this week. Look at it coming to this area before bouncing back out. It could come and test out this area before, because now you can see that we are at the, let's go to the hourly. Now on the hourly, you can see that we are on the, as you can see right here, that we are at the end of that trend line. We are touching the trend line. We are also looking at the fact that we are in the resistance zone, right? And you can see that it was failing to break above. It gave us that doji right there and gave us the dream man. And now we can looking at that doji and that candlestick and that one as well. But now we can see we are still within the parameters for a reversal. So now we'll just see what happens on market open. Again, let's look at the fundamentals, and before we go on, we can see that on tomorrow, on Monday, we're gonna have the Germany, which these two are gonna have an impact on the on Monday we're gonna be looking at the German 40, and on Tuesday we'll be looking at the US30 and US100. But this one, they won't have, although they are fundamentals, they won't have that much of an impact as NFP, but it's always good to look out for them. And they are on Wednesday as well, the Fed interest rate division, right? That one else as well. And what else? The growth rate not as much on Thursday. Yeah, that's gonna be it for fundamental wise for the week. Looking at the US100 again, we're gonna plot our low. This will be our low. And now we're gonna plot our high. This is also gonna be our high for the week, right? So that's our low, that's our high for the week. So now we are on the 4-hourly chart, and now let's look at if the market does this. Now you can see that we will gaining momentum towards the upside, and now we can see that that first touch, that second touch, right? You can see now that we are gaining momentum towards the upside as well. But now, since we can see that this area right here, the form of resistance, and now we can see that the market came back. We gave us that bearish engulfing, but now the market's closed, and you can see also that this area right here is this area of support, a small area of support, right? So you can see it playing around in that area for a bit before choosing. If it closes above this resistance zone, we are looking for buys towards this. Our first target would be here, and then over our overall target there for the week. But now if it closes above this small support area, we'll be looking for our first target here. Our second target would be at this downward trend line, looking at the fact that it might be, it's an upward trend line, but it's on the down below, right? On this upward trend line, and we're going to be now looking if it will come back up there, or it will close below that upward trend line, looking for this area, and then eventually looking for that area. But that's going to be it for US100. Now we'll be looking at German 40, and we'll place our low just there. We'll place our low just there. We're also placing By the way, these are expected lows. The market might hit them and create new lows and new highs depending on market movement. But now let's go to the 4-hourly. On the 4-hourly now, and we can look at this area right here. This past, we can look at that. We're in a downtrend on that previous week, but we closed above, came back for a retest, and then we closed above, came back for a retest, and then shot back up to this area, giving us that resistance area right there, right? We didn't come to that resistance area, but we can see that now we might be looking to, because now this is forming a support zone right here, a small support zone, and we are looking at, because the market is came back for retest that area. Now we are looking for support to gain momentum to counter this resistance zone, and then hopefully looking at the bullish momentum that we had last week. We might be continuing this previous week, because we might be in at the end of that previous week's bearish momentum, right? Yeah, but then that's gonna be it for looking at US30. We're gonna plot our low, and then we're gonna plot our high. Right, plotting our low and high. Let's go to the 4-hourly. On the 4-hourly, we can look at this right there, right, and we can also look at this area right there, right. Let's go with that. Now the market, you can see that here it was building a nice upward. As you can see, now we are at the end of that. It was a downward trend, but now we are forming a nice upward trend, a trend in trends, if you may. And now we close there. Looking at that, that's gonna be a hammer. Now we might be looking to open, come back for a retest there before coming back downwards, or we might be getting impulsive move to the upwards, looking at this as our first target, or looking at this area here right here as our first target, and that is our overall target, before looking at that as our weekly target, right? But now also what we can see forming right here is a symmetric triangle, right? You can see a symmetric triangle forming, as you can see. So if the market does come back to this area, forming that area, it's gonna meet up there somewhere in here, forming a symmetric triangle, and then that will start a continuation in the downward movement, because that's what a symmetric triangle does. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the weekly forecast, guys. Hopefully you like this type of content. Subscribe, share, like, comment. Let's learn from each other. But yeah, peace.